Hi students, now in this video we are going to study about the very important concept of gravitational chapter that is thrust and pressure. Right? So in the last video we discussed about the mass and weight. Now come to the very important concept that is the thrust and pressure. So before going to the what is meaning of thrust here, first you have to understand what is pressure. If you understand the pressure means you easily define the thrust here. So first come to the what is pressure here. Okay, that is pressure. Right, first point that is about the pressure. So we already know about the pressure word. Okay, we know about the family with the word there pressure. So many times we say about the exam pressure or family pressure or homework pressure. Okay, work pressure means we have the pressure. What is pressure means here? Okay, in the language, in the English language, we only see about pressure. It is what one type of feeling is there. I am happy, I am sad. One type of feeling is there. So that is also pressure is a one type of feeling. Okay, if I have so many work and less time, okay, I have very less time and I have so many work, so I say that I have more pressure. Okay, if I have to finish 6 subject homework in only 1 hour means we observe that so many work is there, but I have very less amount of time. So then we say that when use the word pressure, oh, I have lot of pressure is there, right? So that is in language, but in physics we can define and we can calculate the what is pressure here. That is the beauty of physics here. So let us see in the language of physics what is pressure and how we calculate the pressure, okay, on the object, on the any surface, right? So let us start the concept here. So see, pressure in the physics we can mathematically write. Okay, mathematically we can represent it. Okay, that is a mathematically we can express the pressure. Okay, expressed the pressure, which is very important and very useful to calculate the pressure, students. So what is that mathematically? That is formula, that is simple one, that is pressure is equal to force divided by area. Simple formula. See here, what is force? Pressure here. Pressure is nothing but a force divided by unit area. You can write unit area also. That is called as a pressure. Right, students? So we can easily write here. So in the short form we also write P for pressure, right? The symbol for pressure P, and F we already know that force, and then A area is capital A. So that is, student, about the mathematical representation of pressure here. That is P is equal to F by A. P is the pressure, F is the force, and A is the area on which the force is applied, right? So that is here we can write here what is P here. P is equal, I write here, okay, not repeated. So what is P here? Pressure, F is the area, F is the force, and A is the area on which the pressure is applied here, right? So that is very important. Now we easily define the pressure, students, right? What is pressure here? Pressure is defined as the force acted on a per unit area is called pressure, right? The pressure is defined as the force acted on a per unit area is called pressure. So easily write the definition, define. Okay, pressure can be defined as okay, in so many form we can define, but this is the simplest form, right? So pressure can be defined as force acted on a unit surface area. Force acted, okay, or applied or exerted on anything can use. The force acted on a unit area, unit surface area or unit area is called unit area, that is taken as A. Okay, unit area A is called pressure. Sometimes we pronounce it pressure or sometimes a pressure. Okay, we also pronounce like that pressure or pressure, both pronunciation are same, maybe pressure or pressure, right? So this is, student, about the meaning of pressure in physics language, right? So what is pressure here? Pressure P is defined as force acted on a unit surface area or unit area is called pressure, right? So now this is about the pressure, student. So now let us see SI unit of pressure. Okay, so if you use the formula, that is what is pressure here? Pressure P is equal to, what is force? Force are in Newton, so I write in Newton. force SI unit is Newton, and what is area? That is meter. That is a meter, right students? So that is what, okay, area is there. So area, we know that area is in square, meter square, sorry, area in meter square, right? Area in meter square. So we can easily write that Newton per meter square. So that is what SI unit of a pressure, students, right? That is a very important. Or sometimes there is another SI unit is there, that is also be used, or sometime in the honor of scientist, okay, in the honor of a scientist, that is Blaise Pascal, or the SI unit taken as a Pascal, right? Okay, that is a Pascal, that is simple as a PA. So both unit you use. Okay, pressure may be calculated in the unit of Newton per meter square, or in the honor of the scientist, that is Pascal, we can use a PA. Pascal also SI unit of pressure. So both we can be used here. So in the examination, if the examiner asks what is the SI unit of pressure, so you can mention both. Okay, so first is as per the formula. Okay, as per you see mathematical expression, you can write Newton per meter square, because force in that is Newton and the area is in meter square, so easily define Newton meter square. Or also we in the honor of the Blaise Pascal scientist, that is we can write here pressure, that is Pascal, that is PA symbol, right? So that is all about the pressure here. Now one important concept, see here, this force, okay, where you apply this force on a particular surface area, right? So see, imagine that you are standing on a sand, right? Okay, two situations. One situation, sand is there, okay, or grass, taken grass, okay, that is beautiful. Grass, the grass surface is there, right? Carefully see here carefully. Grass surface is there, and one side a stone surface is there. Okay, stone, how stone? Sharp stones, stone pieces there, sharp stones are there, right? And in the both situation you are stand, okay, in first case you stand on this grass, and second situation you stand on the stones without slipper, without boot, okay, you are stand here. So what happened in this both situations, right? In this situation your feet feel relax, that you feel here smooth, right? You can take jogging in the garden. So then observe that when you are move in the grass, sit on the grass or stand on the grass or lie on the grass, you observe that you feel relaxed, smooth is there, okay, smooth is there. But in the case of that stones, when you stand on a stone without slipper, what happened? You feel hurt, okay, you feel what? Your feet get hurted, okay, your feet get hurted. Sometime the blood can also become outside, right? That is very dangerous. So why that happened? It is because of the force. Okay, how it is force applied here? You only simple stand on the, okay, you not apply pressure on the stone or pressure on the grass, you simply stand on the grass. Then how, which force is applied on this here, on the grass and on the surface? Which force? Explain me, which force is there? So that is what, see here, when you are stand on any surface, you exert a pressure on the surface, you exert a force, and that is pressure, okay, you exert a force in a downward direction because of your, right, you got it, that is because of your weight mg, right? If you are stand on a simply without any pushing or pulling, you are simply stand on a sand or on a grass or on a stones, you not apply any pressure, you simply stand. But because of your body weight, that is mass into gravitation force, what happened? You exert a pressure force on the this area, okay, you apply force on the this area, and you apply force on the this area, and that is called as a pressure. So actually what happened? Your perpendicular force, that is because of mg, apply a perpendicular downward force on a particular area, the area under your feet, okay, your stand means the area under feet, apply force, that the perpendicular force, and that is called as a pressure, right? So now students, in this case you observe that this is the unit area on which you are stand, right, and this is the downward pressure, that is F is equal to, that also said F equals mg, that is what, in the vertically downward. So let us see here, this area and this force are what here? Perpendicular to each other, right? If this is the, I can use here place, for example, see here. Okay, see, carefully observe here. Important concept. See, this is surface. Okay, this is the area on which you are apply pressure. This is the area, and you apply force on that, like that force, that is vertically downward, that is mg force, because of your body weight, right? So what happens? See, the force and the surface are perpendicular to each other, right? So what happened here? The force is perpendicular to the unit area, and such force is called as what? Sometimes is called as, if a force is perpendicular to the unit area, if the net force is perpendicular 90 degree perpendicular to the unit area, such force sometimes called as a thrust. What is called as a thrust? So that concept here, that is thrust, right, students? So now let us see here what is formula. See, now I can again redefine the pressure here. So what is pressure here? Pressure P is equal to F into, that is force divided by, I can write complete area, right? Now if the net force, that is F, is perpendicular to the unit area, okay, unit area on which force is applied, then such force, then such force is called as, sometimes, okay, for force is sometimes called as what? Thrust, and the symbol is, we can take T, okay, that is a thrust. Okay, students, so now we can rewrite the formula. C here. Okay, so see here, the pressure is equal to, what is force here? Now if the force is perpendicular, means what happened is a thrust. So thrust divided by area. So we also redefine the pressure. What is pressure here? The thrust per unit area is also called pressure. That also define pressure, right? When the force is what? 90 degree, that is like that. Okay, this is the unit surface area, in meter square. Okay, and there is a 90 degree force in Newton applied a perpendicular 90 degree. So what happened? This force is called as a thrust. Okay, this force is called as a thrust. For example, I take this one. If I apply this, is a pressure, it is a force, it is a pressure. Okay, it is a force, it is a force. Now it is a force, but because of it is perpendicular, we sometimes call such force as a thrust, right? So for example, if you stand on the sand, means actually you apply force, nothing but what? A thrust. Okay, that thrust by area, right? So that is very important. For example, you are here and you are stand on a surface and you apply a pressure force because of your mg weight, mg. So what happened? You apply force on an area at a perpendicular, so that is actually you applying a thrust on that. Okay, so see here. So now a question: if you stand on the grass, you feel smooth, you not hurt. Okay, but you stand on a, what happened, granules or sharp stones, you get hurt, your feet get hurt. Why? Because of that. See, if the area is less, then what happened? The pressure is more. If the pressure is more, what happened? The thrust is more. That is why you feel hurt there. Okay, so that is what they see. Whenever the area decreases, so in the stone you observe that there is sharp stone is there. Okay, sharp stone is there, and this is one stone is there. Okay, this is one stone. Okay, and this is the one stone. Stand on here, you get hurt. Stand on here, you not get hurt. Why? Because of area is more. As compared, see, a very small area is there, but here area is more. So if the area is more, the pressure is less, because inverse proportion is there. If the area is more, pressure is less, then thrust is less. So that a point you have to be remember, students. Okay, so the answer is why you are get hurt when stand on a sharp nail, because of area is less, then what happen? Pressure is more and force is also more. Force is more, or we have said thrust is more, reverse, right? That is one. If the area is more, what happened? Then pressure is less, and then thrust is less. That is why if you are sit here on this stone, because of more area you not feel any hurt here. So that is hurting. That is very important point you have to be remember, right? That is why you observe your bag grip is there, your bag handle is there, and that bag handle is not sharp. It is what wider in length. Why it is wider? Because of if you hold this bag, because it is weight having, it is 1 kg, 2 kg, 10 kg weight. If you hold the bag, if the area is more, what happen? If the area is more, the pressure is less on your hand, you not feel any hurt, right? That is not feel any hurt. If the bag handle is very sharp, then what happen? You feel hurt here. Okay, so for example, imagine that bucket is there, water bucket is there. You observe the water bucket handles are somewhat small area. Okay, when we handle it, okay, you feel pain on your palm because of the area less, more pressure, more thrust, that you feel pain. But the area of the handle is more, means you not get any pressure, and your heart, you not hurt that, right? So that is very important point you have to be remember here. So that is very important. If the area is more, pressure is less, inversely proportional. It is more, it is less, it is less, that is proportional, right? If the pressure is more, the thrust is more, the area is less, like that. Okay, so this point you have to be remember, students. So this is all about the okay, what all about the pressure. And what is, some students may be asked, so what is the unit of thrust here? So same student, unit of thrust is SI unit of thrust is, okay, SI unit of thrust is, okay, SI unit of thrust is, that is same, that is Newton. Because thrust on type of force is there, okay, that is only 90 degrees there. So because of, we sometimes call thrust, but thrust is a one type of force, so it is also in Newton. So that is, we say Newton per meter square. Again the unit is not changed, Newton per meter square, right? So this is, students, all about the pressure. Okay, hope you understand the concept of pressure. Simple one. What is pressure? P is equal to F by A. F by A. So now let us come to the one numerical. Okay, in order to calculate one problem, pressure on the surface, right? So let us see how we calculate. So for calculating the pressure, you require two quantity. One quantity is a force and one quantity is area. If you know the area and force, then easily to find the pressure. Let us see how it is. So I now take one numerical from NCERT. Okay, see here. Example. A block of wood is kept on a table. Okay, it is kept on tabletop. Okay, the mass of means mass means we have to find weight, right? The mass of wooden block is 5 kg and its dimensions are 40 centimeter and into 20 centimeter. Okay, that is what it means. It is a rectangle shape. Okay, into 10 centimeter. It is, so it is a one type cuboid. Cuboid means you all faces are cuboid. Okay, L into B into height, L into B into H. So it is cuboid. Cuboid means nothing but what? All faces are rectangle shape, right? So find the pressure. Find the pressure. Okay, simple one. We know formula F by A. Pressure exerted by the wooden block on the table top if it is made to lie on the tabletop with which with its sides of dimension A 20 centimeter into 10 centimeter, right? Length into breadth is given. Okay, you easily find area here, and then 40 centimeter into 20 centimeter. So students, it a long question is there. So totally in the short we have to find pressure here, right? So simple one. Let us see the first one. So see, we know the formula. What is pressure? P is equal to force or thrust by area, right? So pressure we want to calculate here. We want to calculate the pressure exerted by the wooden block. So first we required force, and then we required area. So what is force here? So easily we write force. Force is equal to, because the table is there. So on the table what happened? The block is kept, right? So because of the mass of the, okay, because of the mass of the that box or wooden box, what happened? They are exerted by the downward direction because of the gravity mg force. So that is what mg force is applied downwards. So that is the force here, right? The force applied by the box on the table is for how much it is? Mg, because of the gravitational force. So the block exerted force on the table, how much it is? It is mg. So force is equal to mg, right? So for mass is given, student, that is 5 kg. Okay, so 5, what is g here? So 9.8. They not give g, but you take 9.8. So if you calculate it like that, what happens here? Okay, divide by 10, right? Divide by 10. So we can easily find here. So see here how much it is. 5 is 40, right? 40 carry 1, 5, 40, 49. So that divided by 10. How much it is? It is 49 Newton. Okay, students. So we get correct 49 Newton, right? We get force 49 Newton. Now we want what? Now we want area. So area of a sides, area of a side. The side which are contact on the surface, that is area of a side is equal to what is L into B given. How much it is? 20 into A, 20 into 10, right? 20 into, that is how much it is? 200, correct? That is 20 into 10. That is correct. 20 into that is a 200 centimeter. Okay, the centimeter given, you make it meter. So how much it is? Divide by 100. Okay, so how much it is? Correct. That is about they will take divide by 100. Okay, how much you get? Okay, if you divide by, make a centimeter, no, centimeter. So make into meter, how much it is? It is 0.02, right? 0.02, right? So that is what your one, that is 0.02 meter you can make. Okay, meter square, because of meter square is there, right? So if I write here, so I can write like that. See here, centimeter square, it is area centimeter square. So make into meter. So what is a meter? So 200 divided by 100 into 100. Why? Because meter square is there. So centimeter square is centimeter square, centimeter square. So meter is meter square. So what happened? 2 0 get cancelled. Then 2 by 100 is how much? It is 0.02 meter square. So you get area here. Now we easily find the pressure. So see here, what is pressure here? So pressure, that is P is equal to force by area. What is force here? Force is 49 divided by 0.02, students. If you calculated this one, 49 by 0.02, you get the answer, that is 2450. Okay, that is Newton meter square, or also we take 250 Pascal. Okay, 2450 Pascal or Newton meter square, per meter square. Okay, per meter square, or you also a Pascal, that is 2450 Pascal. If you 49 divided by 0.02, you get this answer, right, students? So this is number 1. So please write down this one, that is A is finished, simple one. We use the first one, that is first we find force and then we find the area, right? So this force is common for block because mass is same. So now let us take for second one, how much it is? 40. If the block is in the lie on the other side, the area is contact now 40 20. So what is side now you see here? So same formula, same for here, mass is same, so block is same, so that is 49 Newton. Now side is changed here, so you can change this one. See how much it is. So sides are side of a area of a sides, that is how much here? 40, and given L into B. That is how much here? 40 into 20. So how much it is? It is how much? If you multiply that one, how much it is? 800. Okay, 800 we'll find area no at centimeter square. Okay, centimeter square. So centimeter square nothing but what? Divide by 0.08. Okay, divide by 100 into 100, you get 0.08 centimeter square. Sorry, meter square. So 0.08 meter square. So now simple one is there. So simple formula, there is no change. So now 49 is same force, but the pressure is area is different, that is 0.08. So now see what happened here. The answer is 612.5 Newton meter square. Okay, or divide by 49 by 0.08, you get 612.5, or you also write that 612.5 Pascal. Okay, so this also be mentioned here. So student, this is all about the pressure exerted by this area is about how much it is 2450, and the area exerted by the 4020 is about 612.5 Newton meter per square. So the student, this is about the pressure with solids. Okay, all about solid is there. Okay, because solid having we take mass, so all about the solid. So that is we have to take about the pressure exerted by the solid on this surface, that is P is equal to F by A, right? All about this. So please write down this one. Okay students, now take another very important concept, that is about pressure in fluids. Okay, so next concept is the pressure in fluids. Pressure in fluids. So see here, we already learned about the pressure concept, right? So that is what is pressure here. Pressure is a force per unit area, right? So that is pressure, and pressure is always here, it is downward because of the weight of the body. If you take about solids, so we say that because of solid is kept on a table or hold, okay, on a hand, we observe because of the gravitational force acting downwards. So that is what the force always downward in downward directions. Okay, so that force by area, that force is in downward direction because of the gravitational force. Now let us see in the fluid. So we see that not only solids, fluid also can exert a pressure here. So if I take a stone, I kept on a head, means it because of the mass or weight of the stone, it is exert a pressure, right? That is all solid all exert a pressure, right? But also the fluid, what is fluid here? Liquids and all gases are called as a fluid, and that also exert a pressure on the surface. For example, you see a balloon, we observe, okay, when we put a air inside the balloon, what happens? The balloon increases area. Why? Because of the air exert a pressure on the surface of the balloon, what happened? The balloon area is increases, right? If I filled a water into the bottle, what happened? The water exert a pressure in the wall of the bottle. Okay, if we make a hole, what happened? The water come outside because of the pressure is there, right? Because of the pressure is there. So we observe that the liquid and gases also exert a pressure, right? So that is very important, you have to be learned. So first point, you have to remember about what is fluid here. Okay, the meaning of fluids. Okay, the all liquids and gases are called as fluid. Okay, called as fluids. Called as fluids. Next point, not only solids exert a pressure on the surface, but fluid also exerted a pressure on the surface of a container or any vessel of a container in which they are kept. So that point you have to be remember, students. Okay, so how it is, see, if I take a water bottle, okay, if I take a water bottle, what happened here? I put a water here. Okay, I put water. So see, when filled a water here, so what happened? Then water exert a pressure on the wall of the container, on a wall of the bottle. Or example, I take LPG gas here, okay, CNG gas, okay, compressed gas here, that gas cylinder is taken. Okay, it is gas cylinder taken, LPG gas is there, LPG gas, liquid petroleum gas. Okay, LPG gas, and then we observe that this I take compressed gas. Okay, CNG. Okay, compressed natural gas, CNG, compressed natural gas. So see here, in this case what happened, we filled a gas here, we filled a gas here, gas is here filled, gas filled, and that gas, what happened, exert a pressure on the surface of a container, right? So we observe that not only the solids but also the liquids, that is gases and water, liquids, that is fluid, gases and liquids are exert a pressure on the container in which they are kept. And see what is direction of pressure here. In the solids, the direction of pressure is downward direction because of the mg force. But in this here, but in the liquids, fluids, we observe that the pressure direction is, okay, pressure direction is in all sides, in all directions. Said all directions. We said all direction, all direction. See here, in the right, left, or down, or sometime maybe close means it, sometime up, right? In the all the directions, what happened, north, east, up, downs. Okay, in all the direction, what happened, the liquid or the fluid exert a pressure on the wall of the container in which they are kept. So that is very important point you have to be remember. Not only solids, the liquids also exert a pressure on the wall of the container in which they are kept, and that is called as a pressure in the fluids, right? Pressure in the fluids. Now students, in the pressure in the fluids, when I study, we are come across a very important term. First write down this one. Okay, so now when you study about, when discuss about the pressure in the fluid, we come across a very important concept, that is about bionts. That is what? Bionts. So now let us see bionts, and bionts has very importance there. Okay, in the daily life you observe one by one. Here see examples. So one next point is bionts, related to the liquid. Okay, pressure in a liquid. So I can write here, okay, buoyancy. Okay, I can write here buoyancy, or also say that bionts, also say that bionts. So let us see students, we have heard about that, or we feel that whenever we jump into the swimming pool, we observe that we feel our body weight is, we felt that our body is in less weight, right? For example, another example, if take a bucket full of water, and if I hold a bucket in the air, you feel very hard, okay, very force applied on the hard, it is very heavy weight. But that water filled bucket, when put into the water, what happened, you feel less weight. Or you take a baby in your hand, if you hold a baby in the air, what happened, it a heavy weight. But that baby put into the water, then you hold, means you feel a lighter weight of that baby. Why this happened? You see that a small nail when throw into the, or small stone when throw into the water, it is sink into the water. But you observe that a bigger ships are, which is bigger in that, which compared to the stone, bigger in size, but they are float on the river. Why these all things, right? Why we feel the less weight when we are kept inside the water? That is what science is behind that. You have to be remember this. That is because of the bionts, right? So let us see here. If I take a water container, okay, it is a water container, I filled water here, it is about water. Okay, here water is there. Now I put an object here. Okay, I put a object here, it is round object. Okay, round object on in a liquid. So there are two pressure in that. Okay, one pressure is because of the liquid pressure. What is liquid pressure? Okay, and one is in downward direction, that is what? Because of the weight, that is mg pressure, right? Whenever object is throw, for example, a object is there, that is a stone, ball is there. When you throw a ball into the, or any iron ball or plastic ball, rubber, any ball, when throw into the air, you observe that there are two pressure is acted on the stone. One is from upward direction and one is to downward direction. The downward direction force is mg force because of F is equal to mg, right? Why mg? Because the ball having some mass m, and because of gravitational force pulling the ball downward directions, right? And the another force is, that is what? Upward direction force, that is what? Liquid pressure is there, liquid pressure is there, and liquid push the ball on upward directions, right? There are two forces are there, and this force is called as a gravitational force, that is a gravitational force, that is downward direction, it is called as a liquid force, that is what in the upward directions, right? So what happens, there are two forces are applied. That is why whenever I hold a bucket, heavy bucket into the water, we feel the light weight because of this mg is balanced by this pressure. So what happens, your weight is less, minus that much weight is minus because of the bottom force is there. So that is why you feel less weight. Okay, so in examination maybe ask why you feel or why you felt that weight of an object is less in water as compared to air. It is because of the liquid pressure. It is because of the liquid pressure, right? The force or liquid pressure or liquid force, you can have the force. Okay, the force exerted by the liquid on the surface of an object is, because of that you say we felt that the object is less in weight, right? So we say here we felt that the weight of object is less in water. It is because of force exerted by the liquid or water, by the water on the object, that is why you feel weightless, right? So now students, so see this force is always, okay, always liquid force is always upward force. So we now define this force is upward direction. So now we define the upward force exerted by the liquid on the object, and that force is called as a upthrust force, or also called as a upthrust force, and also called as a Bion's force. Okay, so that is very important point to remember here. See here, the so downward force is a weight, that is mg. Upward force is that is what, upthrust, that is the difference. Okay, the upward force exerted by the water on the surface of object. Okay, the upthrust force exerted by the water on the surface of object is called upthrust force or Bion's force. Okay, so that is very important point you have to be remember. Or Bion's force, also say the Bion's force, or also say that Bion's. Okay, also say the Bion's. So that point you have to be remember, students. So now we get answer here why we feel the less weight in water, because of the Bion's force or because of the force exerted by the water in the upward direction. So the now final answer now is because of the upthrust force you feel the less weight in the water, right? Whenever you throw a ball in the water or when we are jump into the water, our body weight is less because of the Bion's force or because of the upthrust force, and that force is in the upward direction, that is what upthrust, and it is exerted by the liquid on the object. So that point, students, you have to be remember, right? So this is very important point to be remember here. Now let us write down this one about what is Bion's force or what is what is upthrust force. You write this definition, right? So students, this is all about the Bion's. Now see here what happened. Okay, see here, I take three conditions. Now I take here one condition. I take here one container, and in container I take water. Okay, now I throw a ball here, I throw an object. Okay, object I throw here, object. Okay, object I throw here, that is the object here. See, that is one box is there. Okay, one box is there. I throw here of some mass. Now what happened? There are two forces is there. One force in downward direction, that is because of the mg mass, and one is upward, that is what, upthrust force. So two forces acting on the object. Now let us see, student. If that is this is say that upthrust force, it is downward force. Okay, if downwards downwards force, that is what, weight, okay, is greater than upthrust force. So what happened on the object? What is result? So we say that result is equal to, if the upthrust is this here, downward force is more, okay, means the downward force is more and this force is less, what happened? Then object get sink into the water. That is what the object is sink. That point have to be remember when the object is sink. Okay, so for example, take a bucket and in a bucket to throw a stone. What happened? The stone is sink into the, go inside the, okay, inside the water and touch the bottom. Why? Because of, see, in this condition your upthrust force is less because and downward force is more. So what happened? The downward force more means the object can move in the greater force. So the great force is what? Mg is greater than thrust force means what? The direction of motion in the direction of greater force. So the greater force is downward direction, so object move in the downward direction, right? So that is what object sink. Now second condition, see here, liquid is there. Now I take another object and this object again two pressure of mass m, that is what, one downward direction mg force and one upward direction, that is the upthrust force. Now here see, downwards force, that is weight, is lesser than upthrust, means upthrust force is more, upthrust force. So what happened in that condition? See, the downward force is more now, okay, now sorry, upward force is more now because of greater upthrust is greater, so the object move in the direction of greater force. So what happened? The object on upside move. So what happened? The object is now start to float, it is not sink. So that is the condition for sink and float, right? So in the examination maybe asked why the objects, some objects are sink and why some objects are float. So this point you have to be right in the examination. Why the object are float and why the object are sink, you can explain like that. The object are sink. Why? Because of whenever the object are throw into the liquid, the object are sink. It is because of there are two forces acting on the object. One is downward force, that is mg because of weight, and one is upthrust force because of the liquid pressure. Okay, if the liquid pressure is less and the mg is more means, then what happened? The downward is more means the object is sink, right? Because of the moment of the object in the direction of greater force. So mg is greater here, cmg is greater, so with the greater force downward means the object is downward sink here. Now in this case what happened? The upthrust is greater, so the upthrust greater, so what happened? Greater direction the object move, so object can be float on the water. So that is what the float and sink concepts. So this is all about the pressure, okay, thrust and pressure in fluid, that is about a buoyant force or also called as a upthrust force. So these are very important point you have to be remember. Examination they ask what is pressure, what is thrust, and what is buoyant force, what is upthrust force, and why object sink and why object flow. That is all because of this concept. That is very important. Please write down this one. In the next class we come with a very important concept, that is Archimedes principle, right? That is the last concept of the chapter, so we can take the Archimedes principle next video. So this video is all about the purely about the concept of, that is pressure and the thrust. So in the next video meet with the next concept, that is Archimedes principle. Okay, so thank you so much for watching for this video.